just about ready to roll. On the hill here today, Lucas Giolito.
Well, a pretty standard 4-pitch mix. Got the fastball, change speeds, 2 breaking balls. You know, all can be really effective if they're coming out of the same arm slot and really staying in that tunnel for a good bit.
And he deals. Dominic Fletcher now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Righty delivers. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Oh, 0-2 now. Ball 1 there.
It's a good take.
1-2.
And down on strikes he goes, and 1 away. Nicky Lopez up to the plate. Good eye right there. Giolito, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. 1 down, base is empty. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Stops it on a slide. Throw to first, and it beats him. What a play. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, you know, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
That one ripped left field. And it's off the wall. Throws to second. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. And up next for Chicago, Luis Robert. Big time power. Fouled off down the right side.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Sliced hard but foul. The 0-2. Just missed. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Number 15 appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Whitlock getting loose as well. The 1-2. Got him looking. 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. And now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. Back here in Boston, today's starting pitcher, Mike Clevenger. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound to start the game. He can be really good at times and turn in some real excellent efforts. For me, it'll tell us a lot to see how he's attacking the strike zone and pitching aggressively or not. If he's doing that from the jump, I think he'll be fine in this one.
Now the third baseman, Cedane Rafaela. The pitch. Line drive. Puts it away for the out. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Now batting Jarren Duran. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2013 in the playoffs, you caught one as the Red Sox played the Rays in the division series.
I sacrificed a bracelet. It was my wrist and my hand.
That's a little bit low.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That misses the zone. 2-1. The wind and the pitch. That one fouled off. 2-2. And a ground ball to first. He takes it on his own, and that quickly 2 away. And stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Back to the mound. In time to Vaughn. That ends the frame. Nothing in the first for Boston. An inning complete at Fenway. No score here on the show. Back here at Fenway as we go to the second, top of the second. And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. The right-hander back to work. That one's in there. That's strike one. This one popped up. And there's one away. Here is Moncada. That one's in there, 0-1. Second inning here, no score. Next pitch is downstairs. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Bounce to the right. Grissom. In plenty of time to first, and a couple of quick outs.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And fouled off. And the right-hander deals. And strike two. And that's outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, Tristan Casas.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
Clevenger back to work. Now one missed. Slider clips the zone.
1-1.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. The wind of the pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Grossman gets under it. One away.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter,
Harold Ramirez at the dish. In there, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And here is Vaughn Grissom. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it's off the wall.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Substitution being made at first. On a pinch run, David Hamilton. Here's Trevor Story now. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And the righty deals. That misses, and now 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Connor Wong on deck for Boston. Hamilton off of first with 2 away. Pumps in a strike, and now 3-1 the count. Clevenger with a pickoff throw. Kicks and fires. And he walked him.
Well, that could be a big walk in this ball game. Moves the go-ahead run into scoring position. So some pressure pitches coming up in this next AB.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Mike Clevenger will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Now on the bump, Brad Keller.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Took to a board and 2 outs, scoreless game. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Ball.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Mike Soroka getting loose out there. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Good eye right there.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And here it comes. Slapped foul. And a 2-1 on the way. And that one fouled off. First and second, 2 down. A laser to left base hit. Coming home. Jimenez fires it to the plate. Not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So first and second with 2 outs. And stepping in is the speedy Tyler O'Neill. First offering misses the mark. Two on, 2 outs. That one drifts inside. That's through there for a strike. That one catches the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. So coming into the game now on defense, David Hamilton. He'll play second. Pitching change here, Liam Hendricks. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. Hendricks, multi-time All-Star, 34-year-old vet. He joined the team as a free agent. The pitch. In for a strike, 0-1. Kicks and deals. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Wong brings it in, and there's 1 down. Now it's Robbie Grossman. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. One now. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Next pitch misses outside, and the count is even 2-2. And now it's filled up.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
Dominic Fletcher waiting for a turn at the plate. Stays alive. Three-two. Line to right, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So the batting order turns over. So now it's the White Sox DH, Dominic Fletcher. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Hendricks picks over. Grossman leads off first with one away. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. And ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Out towards right center field. He can't get there. It's a base hit. The throw to third. In there. He's safe.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Nicky Lopez steps to the plate for the White Sox. Ball one, no strikes.
1 ball, no strike.
Left-hand batter waits. Lifted in the air, right center field. O'Neill puts it away. Here comes the runner from third. To the plate, safe. And we are tied.
Productive at bat for sure right there. Nice sac fly, ties up the ball game, and now they've got to look for a way to go ahead.
Here's Eloy Jimenez. Doubled his first time up. Ball one on a pitch inside. Ripped on a line to center. Durant brings it in for the third out. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. Back inside Fenway Park as we go to the last of the third. Now here is Cedane Rafaela. Keller back to work. Strike one.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Right-hander kicks, deals. There's a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Got him swinging.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Duran in the box here lets that one go for a ball. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. And now 1-2. Tapped softly on the ground. And it's just foul. That was close. The 1-2 knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2 and a ball evens the count. Fights it off. He'll see another.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Got him swinging. And 2 away now. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. Line drive, base hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and lifted into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now batting Tristan Casas. 0 for 1 with a flyout. On the ground, right side. Lopez tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. So 1 hit is all they get. On to inning number 4. All tied 1-1. Back here at Fenway Park, start of the 4th. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Luis Robert. Here comes a pitch. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
The 0-1. On the ground, right side. Diving, and he can't make the play. In comes the run from second. It's 2-1. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
On the mound now, Kenley Jansen. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Andrew Vaughn now. First time up was a pop out.
Kenley Jansen.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit. Robert makes the turn at second. Throw to third, safe. And runners at the corners to start the inning. Here is Yohan Moncada. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. That's a laser base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's 3-1. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Well done. Drives in the run. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Max Stassi comes up to hit. Swings through that one out in front that time. Kenley Jansen's been one of the best closers we've seen over the course of the past decade. Chris, he's moved into the top 10 all time in saves. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. High off the light tower and gone. A towering blast. He flexes his power with that swing, and they tack on 3. It's 6-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Michael Fulmer taking over on the mound. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Paul DeYoung. And it's fouled away. The pitch. Now 1-1.
You know, these White Sox putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Grossman in the box now. No balls and a strike. Right side. Slings to first. Got him.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So up next for Chicago, Dominic Fletcher. 1 for 2. That one ripped. And no one can get there. It falls in. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Here's the second baseman, Nicky Lopez. He's 0 for 1. This to third. And it gets by him. Fletcher coming home. Safe.
Picks himself up an RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Eloy Jimenez now. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that should be extra bases. And that's going to roll to the wall. Lopez around third. He'll score easily. And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
They turn things over to the southpaw, Renan Bernardino.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Rolled over to third. Rafaela sends it across to first, and they take care of Robert for the out. So now the DH spot, Harold Ramirez. His first at bat was a strikeout. And the pitch. Off the plate, and it's 1-0. Activity in the bullpen. Lucas Littke preparing to come on if needed. The 1-0. Foul ball. And a 1-1.
Ball, no.
And he pumps it a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two on the way. The punch out there. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. David Hamilton now at the plate, getting his first plate appearance here in extra innings. He entered the game as a pinch runner. On the ground to short, to Young. On the run, sends it over to first, and they're down to their last out.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Here's Trevor Story. He reached out a walk his first time. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. This to center field. Robert on the move. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox take this one in a blowout.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays, great performances all the way around. Just one run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.